As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Longhorns will put toe to leather to crank us up. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Hold and finds his man on the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Humphries. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The inside handoff. Oh, what a cut! And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Humphries. At the 20, he's got space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. The short hands. It's Bond. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
They'll go with a direct snap. Got the first down and more. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Using his feet to buy time. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
He leaves it with his back.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Etienne. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Dropping back, it's Rashada. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now, it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick pass on the jet motion. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. They're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to throw, it's Grishada. Gonna take a shot. He got it.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning this one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the
and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Paul Bunyan's trophy on the line today. Michigan and Michigan State, this historic rivalry. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Gets it out quickly. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determining whether this team gets in the playoff.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Quarterback checking the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
He shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. He's going to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. This will be the 9th play of the drive coming up. It's a 3rd and 2. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. He looks that one in nicely. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Rashada. It's complete to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Snagged on the outside is Etienne. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He's looking to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the 1st half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Georgia, 17. Texas, 7.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Fair catch called for and made. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the ground with the back. Running with power. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver, because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Dropping back, it's Ewers. Quickly complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a 1st down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Smashes through.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
On the move at the 30. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Throws to the wideout. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
of the chute. Quick toss to the right. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a man. It's Rashada. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Etienne. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Golden. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
Man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure.
And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield. It's Ewers. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They go to the draw. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
Right back to the well. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play it 2nd and 10. Using his legs, it's Etienne. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. One final play before the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Ewers. Looking left. Fires and picked off. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 17, Texas 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
Line gets set, first down. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Evans.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Finds the tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Trying to pound it in. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. To the air, it's Rashada. Score! Touchdown, Georgia! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kick this one away. Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Longhorns will take over 1st and 10.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think...
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off blocks and rallying the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Looking for space. It's Etienne. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 11 over Tulane. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air on 1st down. Pocket. Oh, and the ball is wiggled free near their own goal line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
And this one splits the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown.
Texas.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters.
And he intercepts it. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of points and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.